Hello, America and the world. Welcome to another program of Life After Lockup. This is a program that is designed for the public and the community to see the lives of inmates after they have finished their time, after they've gotten into society, to show the ups and the downs, the victories, the defeats, so that you can be aware of the things that we go through on the regular basis just to make it after we've been incarcerated. Before we get started with the program, I want to remind you of the things that Life Community is doing in the city of Paducah, Kentucky. Every first Monday at 5 o'clock, we have what we call the Ex-Offender Support Group. My mind here. Ex-Offender Support Group, which meets every first Monday at the Christ Temple Annex building. Every second and fourth Monday, we have what we call Teen Ease. It's a program strictly for teenagers 13 to 17 to come out and have food, fun, and fellowship. Every Tuesday at 11:30 and Wednesday at 5:30, we have what we call the Lifesaver class. Classes for anyone with any life-controlling issues. Come out and get some help. It's an 8-week course. At the end of the 8 weeks, you get a certificate of completion that is good for the course and for programs that you might be wanting to get some things taken care of. So we're excited about what Life Community is doing, and we're excited about this program, excited about today. We're going to kind of go back in time. We are here with Brother Richard Jones. He was our first guest back in March the 31st, 2008. Wow. Hey, man. Hey, how you doing? 2000, I'm doing marvelous. That was 7 years ago, almost to the day. Yeah. Today is April the 2nd, and you were here March the 31st in 2008. Wow. And so how has things been going for you for the last 7 years?
Well, it's going pretty good. I mean, got my bachelor's degree.
Wow.
First I got my associate's degree in 2008, and then I think that was right before I came on the show. Mm-hmm. And then I recently just got my associate's in counseling and human services at Lindsey Wilson. Wow. And now I'm working on my master's degree.
Oh, wow.
In counseling.
Wow. Now you were convicted and sent to prison. How much time did you?
I did 25 months of a 5-year sentence.
Okay.
And that was February 16, 2000 when I got arrested for trafficking cocaine. Mm-hmm. And then I got out of March of 2002 and haven't looked back yet.
Oh, wow. Now that's the key. Haven't looked back yet. That is the key. So since 2002 and up to now 2015, you have been maintaining, not necessarily maintaining, but you've been progressing.
Yes, progressing. Me and my wife, we have put a total of about 30-something kids through foster care. Wow. Through our home, or not necessarily foster care. Some of the kids just needed a place to stay, mm-hmm. whether it been for 2 days or 2 months or 2 years.
Right.
We let them come stay with us.
Wow.
And then we adopted 3.
Okay. Good deal. And so now, if somebody looking at you because guys and girls at the jails down there at McCracken County Jail, and now it's going to be all over the world. You're going to be right. Your testimony is going to be seen. So if somebody say, well, how have you been doing this without looking back and without going back? What is your personal secret?
Well, this guy had told me once before to start stealing, and I told him, I said, I'm not trying to go back to jail.
Start stealing.
Start stealing.
Okay.
And I'm like, I'm not trying to go back to jail. Right. He said, listen, be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. I said, that's biblical.
Okay.
So let me hear what he got to say. He said, start asking that man questions or that woman over there questions. Get inside their brain because it's free knowledge.
All right.
Therefore, you can use that to get to your next step. Mm-hmm. Instead of that crab in the bucket mentality where somebody's trying to hold you down, let go of that mentality. Quit blaming others.
Good deal.
Accept responsibility, be held accountable, and move forward.
That is so good.
And I was like,
that is so good.
I love it.
That is so good. And you've used that mentality to get where you are today.
Yes.
And now you have another thing that you're trying to do. You are trying to get a pardon.
Yes.
And how is that going with you?
Well, when I first tried under Governor Fletcher, I looked at the new when he assigned his pardon list. I didn't see my name. So I really got discouraged, probably shed a couple tears. Mm-hmm. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get back out there in the streets. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Wow. I'm gonna continue to do what I'm supposed to do to better myself. And so therefore, I just put that up under the rug and said, you know what? that's not going to hold me down from doing what I got to do.
Right.
So therefore, I continued to move forward. So then I tried under Governor Beshear, but then he got reelected when that was a good thing for the state of Kentucky. But at the same time, he just pushed me off 4 more years. And so this year he comes up, and I'm trying to get my pardon this year. And I mean, it's a struggle,
right,
because one day I got a letter saying that they was gonna hire me for making $30,000, but then they told me that they couldn't because of my record.
Right.
And then the very next day I get an email telling me the same thing, starting out at $28,000, and said, I can't hire you because of your record.
Wow.
But at the same time, I was able to work in a school system.
Right.
I was able to adopt kids. And then they just said because of the funding comes out of a certain pot that they couldn't hire me in.
Wow.
And so I was like, okay, I just continue to do what I got to do to.
And you know, I think the thing that is so very important, when you got the letter from the first governor, that you didn't see your name on the list.
Right. Yeah, that was in the newspaper.
Right. Okay. So you didn't see your name on,
right,
and it hit you.
It hit me.
You know, and I think that's a concept that most ex-offenders have to deal with, is disappointment and rejection.
I mean, even with here recently when I got that letter and that phone call telling me that they couldn't hire me, it made me go to my pillow.
I'm sure.
Because I mean, it actually put me in the bed with a state of a small depression.
I'm sure.
And then everybody was like, hey, get over it, keep on doing what you got to do, and guess what? It's going to happen.
Something's going to happen. And we need people around us that encourages us, because if you're just alone without friends or without people that encourage you, wallowing in that by yourself,
I would probably be back in McCracken County Jail or in some prison in Kentucky, if not over there in the cemetery. I just recently celebrated 15 years sobriety.
Wow. Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So
15 years.
15 years.
Of maintaining yourself without alcohol or drugs.
Right. I haven't sold any type of drugs or anything 15 years later.
And I think the thing that hurts us, I think sometimes, is that, you know, we are different than who we were.
Right, you have to be.
And I think sometimes it hurts because what do I have to do? How much time do I really have to serve? I've served my time.
Right.
Okay, I'm off parole now. I'm doing what prison was supposed to teach me to do.
Right, but it's not going to happen overnight, because you didn't mess up overnight.
Overnight, right.
It took you time to do that for. So now people got to see that I can easily tell you I'm a changed person until you can actually see the stuff I've come through to say, yes, I know he's a changed person.
Okay.
I can tell it in his walk and his talk now.
And it does take time for people to see that. But then I think one of the things the problem that I have, this is just me personally, is that it seems like they put everybody in the same pot.
They do, and they will. Because so many times it's easy for me to say I'm gonna do good now, and then all of a sudden,
right.
But I haven't changed for real. And you get hurt because you wouldn't put your trust in me, because I'm telling you I'm a changed person, but deep down in my heart, I'm still the same.
Wow.
They can still call me Taco, and that's my nickname. They can still call me that, but I don't do the same stuff that Taco
used
did.
to do. Right. So now that you've made all those changes, you wanting basically the world to see that you are not the same person.
I'm not.
So give you the opportunity that you would give a normal person.
A normal person.
And when that seems like it is not happening when you feel like it should, that's what sometimes hurts.
And it will, because it's like a reminder, am I still doing the time for my crime?
That's what I'm saying, right.
But I am in a sense, because I knew better, because being taught better, but I still messed up because I had to buy that book. And now that I bought the book and read the book, I can pass it on to somebody else.
Right.
It's like, hey, don't do it, because it's easier to mess up, but it's hard to get out of trouble.
Right.
It's easy to get in trouble, but hard to get out of it.
Exactly, especially some certain crimes that seem to follow you.
Yes.
You know, so
Yes.
what a pardon does, a pardon takes it off of your record. Is that what the pardon does?
Yes. I mean, they can actually they'll see that as a governor's pardon, but they can't hold me accountable for it now.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
Because if the governor can give me a pardon for my crime, and I can actually try to do it locally. If you have one if you have one felony, you can do it locally at the local courthouse. And it may cost maybe $100 or $200, but I have 2 felonies, and that's why I got to go through the governor. And see, and if you apply, say you only have 1 felony, if you apply for it and you don't get it, they'll give you that money back. It's just a processing fee. But if they give you your pardon, or you know what I'm saying, it's worth it $100 or $200,
yes,
because that might make a difference of a pay grade or a pay raise.
Okay, got you.
Or a better job maybe in Calvert City, or at one of the plants.
Got you.
But right now, since you got that felony, well, you got all the credentials, sir, but we just can't hire you. We found somebody else who's more qualified.
And so can they actually say we won't hire you? Well, I guess they do because of your felony. Because those are the letters that you got.
Right. Well, they didn't necessarily say it because of my. But they had already told me over the phone verbally, well, we can't do it because of the record. But they had changed the wording to fit them for against the lawsuit, maybe.
So
discrimination.
Basically, right. So basically, you're being held hostage because of the record.
Right.
So in order to take the chains off of you and off of your future, in a sense, you got to get that taken off.
Exactly. And a lot of people don't even know I'm a convicted felon.
Right. No, they wouldn't. How would they know that?
Unless I told them.
Right, unless you told them, because you don't carry yourself like one. You don't present yourself like one. It's just your record.
It's just my record.
And that's, I think, the problem that I have, the unfairness of what the system does, because it labels you, seems like, for life. You continue to do the time after you've done the time. And a pardon, what a pardon does is it frees you from that. And I think, did any of them give you any reasons why your name, like the first when you first filed, they give you a reason why?
I'm thinking it was because of the time frame.
Okay.
Because I got released off of parole in 2005, and so I think it has to be a little time after that
to prove yourself.
To prove myself.
Okay.
They don't want to say, okay, I'm gonna give you this pardon today. Oh, I'm a free man, and I'll go commit another felony.
Of course, makes sense.
Then I won't be a strike. Then I won't be strike 2 and strike 3. Continue to go back in and out.
And then sometimes what we do affects the next generation.
Exactly. Even the ones who's incarcerated now.
Right now.
You know, this is how ironic. On my anniversary, they being released from prison, I just happened to have lunch with the assistant police chief.
Wow.
And then he said he would do something for me, but then he was like, when did you get out of prison? And I was like, wow. 10 years ago today.
Wow. 10 years ago today.
It was that ironic. It was how ironic is that? The day I get released, my anniversary day, I'm eating lunch with the assistant police chief.
Wow. Here you are, eating lunch with the assistant police chief. 10 years.
I can do that. And we wasn't talking about nothing. It was just a friendly, man, hey man, let's go out to eat lunch. He didn't buy my lunch, I didn't buy his. Just guys having fun, just talking.
And 10 years.
About sports.
10 years.
Yeah.
And isn't that amazing?
It is.
To actually think about how long it's been that you have come out and got a family, wife, doing good, positive things in the community.
Lawn care business.
You know, got your own business and everything, and do an awesome job with what you do, and just carrying yourself like a decent human being. And like you said, if people didn't know it, and if you didn't tell them, nobody would know. Right.
And that's how it should be.
Exactly right. You shouldn't carry that stigma or your attitude like where you've been. If you've been there, that means you've been there. That don't mean that you're still there.
Right, and I'm not gonna blame everybody over there in the courthouse for putting me in there. I did the time. I did the crime.
That's good.
I own ownership to that.
Right.
But it has made me a better person.
Good deal.
And I can tell a cop, hey, thank y'all for saving my life. Because that's what it did. It saved my life.
How crazy does that sound?
Right.
Because I say the same thing. Right. You know, I say the same thing. Had I not gone to prison, now this was 1984 to 1987. If I had not gone to prison, I wouldn't be who I am right now. It's unfortunate that I had to go through it that way, but then it's really not.
Because now we're able to help people.
Exactly.
And who's better than to help somebody than somebody who's been in?
Exactly.
I can, even though I'm working on to be a counselor, I still have that personal effect to say, you know what, I've been there and done that.
Exactly. And the thing about it too is the fact that your mind has changed.
Yes.
Your heart has changed. See, that didn't come through osmosis. That came through your commitment and your dedication to God. That's what caused the heart change.
And guys like you in my life.
Well, God bless you. God bless you. But see, that's what I want to be. Yeah. I want to be a light to somebody. I want to be an influence to somebody.
Yeah.
I want somebody to see me and say, hey, if he can do it, I can do it.
I can do it.
And that's what you become. And that's what we want people to see. That's the whole reason for this program, Life After Lockup. Yeah, there is life after lockup. And there are some ups and downs. There are some ins and outs. There's some things you're going to have to prove yourself some time because it's going to have to elapse. But it can be done.
It can be done.
It can be done. And we are helpers one of another. That's why we have the ex-offender support group. I couldn't think of that for nothing in the world when I was doing it.
I know. I'm glad
you said so. Whispered it to me. The ex-offender support group. That's what it's all about.
That's what it's about.
We encourage each other to keep doing the right thing. Don't go backwards.
And we have to continue to encourage.
Right.
Because so many times we can get surrounded by the negativity of even our own family members that we need to be surrounded by somebody who's to say, you know what? I know what you're going through.
Right.
I can understand. I have empathy for you. Not necessarily say, well, I can't relate to that.
Right.
So I can't help you.
Right. And a lot of people can't relate to us.
Instead of locking doors or going the other way to be avoided.
Right.
Because you're a convicted felon.
Right. I remember times when people locked their doors and women held their purses when I walked by and looked at me real funny and strange and everything, but it was okay because I kind of understood them.
And I did.
They didn't know anything about me, but after so long, and it's so important what you said earlier, sometimes it takes time.
It do.
Sometimes it takes time, and we get out ready for things to change immediately, and the trust factor hasn't been built yet.
Well, because a lot of times it's that jailhouse religion that some of us get.
Yes.
To prove, to say, maybe for the parole board to see,
Exactly.
But then as soon as they give me that flop, I'm back to sagging, and I'm back to cussing the world out, blaming. I knew I wasn't going to get it anyway.
Exactly. I like what you say. The jailhouse religion is a temporary fix.
It is.
Temporary fix. And a lot of times people get it, and then this is so important. People get it, and they hold on to it until that freedom air hit. Yeah, once that freedom air hit, it's like they forget about the Bible, forget about the scriptures, forget about God, and go back to their
And that's why they
life.
end up slipping or falling, and that's why they end up back in jail or back in prison.
Right, exactly, because it needs to be real, and you need to surround yourself with people like you, with people like me, other ex-offenders that have come out and made it in society or are making it.
Yeah, I had a guy the other day send me a text saying, "Man, I got a horrible past. Will that eliminate me from getting a job with you?" And I started laughing.
He didn't know about you?
He didn't know about me.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
I was like, you know what? I give chances.
Wow, that's what it's
I
all
have
about.
to, because if I can get you in my presence, maybe I can
influence
you on another level.
Exactly.
Not just to make money legally, but
character,
everything.
Yes, sir. And that's the reason that it is so important sometimes for people to know your past.
Right.
Even though sometimes we're not real quick to jump and say, I'm a convicted felon. But there are so many mothers out there, grandmothers out there that sometimes have lost hope because their son might be incarcerated or because they might be getting out. Is there going to be a future for them? Is there life after incarceration?
Right.
And some of us have to say, yes, it is. It might be a little bit difficult, might be a little struggle, and I like what you said a few minutes ago. It's like trust. Sometimes we just need people to trust us. Give us a chance. Don't close all the doors on us, man. Give us a chance to make it.
And that's all I want.
Yeah, and that's the key for most of us, man. We just want a chance.
See, I want to be able to open up my own practice, my own counseling center. Me and my wife, you know what I'm saying? Because she's doing the same thing.
Right.
Because there are so many people who don't have the funds or don't, and the plus it is ease y'all's calendar up a little bit.
The pastors.
As the pastors, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, let me go send you over here to the Jones Counseling Center.
Exactly, man. People that know where you've been.
The single mothers.
Exactly. It's so important. Sometimes, I think one of the reasons for this program too is to because I know judges and attorneys and maybe district attorneys will probably look at this every now and then, and they need to see
Right.
that once a convict is not always a convict. I was told that. I was told that prison guards would say things like that. Once a convict, always a convict, and they don't know.
But we know how to. We done got educated into that street mentality. So therefore, I'm not gonna let you run game on me in this real world.
Right.
Because I can recognize it now.
Game.
You know what I'm saying? But I still use that mentality in a way, but not to necessarily. I know you're not about nothing. I can tell it. I can hear it. You know what I'm saying?
So basically, what you're saying, some of your street savvy is being used to basically discern.
Yes. Yes.
Discern.
Yes.
And a lot of times we are the best discerners of true character.
Exactly.
And that's what the street mentality of the prison, because being in prison, you learn all kinds of people, all kinds of things, and you can still use it, but it's used basically for your discernment, not to get over on anybody.
No, right, it's not that. I don't use it for that.
But it basically helps you, and basically what you can do when you are a good judge of character, you can help steer a person.
Yeah.
You're thinking wrong.
Right.
You're not gonna make it like that. You're gonna change.
And like with my business, I know how to talk now because of where I've come from.
Exactly.
So now I can say, look here, you need some bushes here or some mulch here.
Right.
You know, I know what I'm doing on my business part because of, I think it made me a better business person in a sense.
In a sense.
Legalized.
Here's the thing. If you did what you were doing in the streets, the business mind was there.
Right.
But it was in the wrong direction.
It was in the wrong direction. So now use it on the positive side of life.
Exactly.
And I'm not gonna be quick to judge you on your side of the street. That's your side of the street. You the one got to come out your front door.
Right.
But I know what I got to do, and I know I can wake up and go to bed at night, clear conscience, wake up in the morning.
Right. That is so powerful. That is so powerful what you just said. Getting up in the morning knowing that the police not looking for you.
Right.
Knowing that you don't have a warrant down there, a possible warrant down there, knowing that your record is clear, your conscience is clear, your direction is clear. That's a load off.
But I got pulled over. And she said, I got a warrant for your arrest. I said, you're practicing. I said, because I haven't done anything.
Wow.
Done nothing.
Wow.
She said, I ran your license plate and you got a warrant run it again. Then she come back, oh, I'm sorry.
Wow. This actually happened to you?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. But I didn't
panic because you knew.
I didn't panic. Gave her my license, my registration.
And you knew. See, you can rest easy and be relaxed because you know what you're doing.
And I said, and I'm gonna email John Hayden when I get home.
Wow. What do you know what happened?
Well, no, I don't know what happened, and like I told him in the email, let them know I'm not doing anything wrong.
Wow.
For her to say that, it could have sent me into a panic mode.
It sure could have. It sure could have.
But it didn't.
Could have. Man, because you know. That's some peace right there that most people probably can't understand. Is when you know that you are clear.
I'm clear.
That if they come up with, when police behind you, you know, I'm okay. If I'm watching speed and make sure I'm not speeding.
My seatbelt is
right,
on.
Everything. and I know I don't have any outstanding warrants.
No drugs or gun in the car.
Right. You know, those are things right there that gives you a peace that maybe everybody don't have.
Right.
Because you know where you've come from, and you know there's nothing on you. I remember there's a scripture, I know this is not Bible class, but there was a scripture that Jesus was going somewhere and he said, and the prince of this world has nothing in me.
Right.
We know that they have nothing on us. And that's a powerful thing, a powerful way to live, knowing that your record is clear, knowing that you're not doing anything, knowing, like you said, knowing that you don't have any guns, any drugs. That's an amazing thing. What happens to you from the point of how you used to be to who you are now?
I usually tell all my kids, change the people you with or change the people you with.
Okay.
And they said, you said the same thing. I said, but I didn't.
Right.
If I can't change you to be like me, I have to find somebody to replace you that's going to help me, lift me up instead of bring me down.
Wow. Change the people that you are around, or change the people that you are around.
Or change the people you're with.
Right.
Or
change
the people you're with.
And that is so important. That is so important because this is who we're supposed to be.
Right.
I should be an influence to you. You should be an influence to the next guy. Whoever you are around, you should be able to influence.
Pay it forward.
That's it. That's it. That's it. And if we can't do that, then what benefit are we?
Why are we here?
Why are we here?
Are you just existing?
Right. Why do we even go through what we went through?
Right.
You know, if we can't use that to help us to influence somebody else's life for the better, then we went through this thing for.
That's why I'm in the substance abuse field that I'm in, that I can help somebody.
That's it.
That's why I can teach a DUI class now.
Okay, good deal.
And I can go out and teach a batterer's intervention for training. That if you're going through domestic violence, I can talk to you about that.
Wow. See, all of this. And
certifications.
See, this is what it's all about. People need to know that life doesn't end.
You can change it.
Life doesn't end when you get convicted. It doesn't matter what you get convicted of. Once you serve your time, you get out and you start making some efforts to become a better person. And like you said, it takes time. Things are not going to happen overnight. They got to sit back and watch you. They got to make sure that you are on the road that you're saying you own. And it might not be easy to get a pardon first 2 years or the first 5 years, but you keep moving.
Right.
And eventually it's going to happen.
Yeah, and you got to stay on your knees.
Yep, you do. Thank you.
You got to stay on your knees.
Not
shooting craps.
Thank you.
But praying.
But praying. And the thing about it, not only praying for the system as much as praying for you.
Right.
Create in me a clean heart, oh God. Renew the right spirit within me. Help me to become who I say I am.
Right.
So that because once God sees you, then He opens doors.
But I'm not going to sit in this chair and tell you that I'm perfect.
Of course not.
Because I make mistakes daily. But I'm striving daily to be a better person.
That's the key right there. As long as you're striving to become a better person, God sees that, and God knows how to open the hearts of different people. We got probably about 30 seconds left, man, and looks, and this thing went by really fast.
Hey, and I enjoy being here.
And I appreciate you. I'm proud of you.
Thank you so much.
You keep doing what you're doing, and I'm looking for that partner to come into me.
Hey, look on my book too.
Yeah, all right now. God bless you, man. God bless you.
Thank you.
God bless you, and thank you for watching the program, and you have a marvelous day.